Hey moms, welcome back to What About That Woman. I am so grateful that you have been sticking with us through our journey. And let's get into today's episode. We're talking about budgeting child support. Now, this is a tricky topic, and I think it needs to be discussed in parts. So, child support, in my opinion, is for the child. But that is not limited to the expenses that the child incurs while in your care. If you are the primary parent and the child is living with you the majority of the time, then certain expenses come up that for that child or to provide that roof over that child's head that the child support could go to. So for me personally in my story, I started receiving child support in 2017. My daughter was born in 2015. So in 2017 is when, the court order went through and the checks start coming in. Well, the deposits, before I think like back in the day they used to say checks. But the deposits started hitting my bank account. And at one point while she was in daycare, the only thing I was using child support was for daycare. And the good thing about that daycare provider, we were able to negotiate the weekly rate because I think she was $185 for a week, but we ended up paying $155. So that, even though it's like $30, it was a big difference between weeks. So 4 weeks, saving 30, 60, 90, 120, $120 that we didn't have to pay every month. So when I started really being able to do something with her child support, I was excited. That was when she started kindergarten, and I didn't have to pay daycare anymore, but I still have to pay aftercare. But aftercare is half of what daycare was. So now I get a little bit more wiggle room within the payments. So what I started to do was take at least half of that payment every 2 weeks. And I moved that over into a Capital One account, which was formerly an ING account. So it's a high interest savings account. And I don't have a credit card or a debit card tied to it. It's no ATM cards, but it's a savings account. And I transfer money from my own paycheck, and I transfer money from her direct deposits every 2 weeks. So I see that account grow every 2 weeks. And when the interest is added to the account, I see that little percentage as well. Capital One has an app, and normally I check my credit card balance and then I can check her balance. And it is so convenient. And I chose to do the Capital One account over a 529 account simply because the 529 account, I can never touch it unless, once she turns 18 and she's ready to go to college. But at least with the ING account, I can still access the money if an expense comes up, maybe a medical bill. And let me tell you, when your kid is like sickly, or she has like around this time, so it's fall, we get into the winter season soon, and colds, allergies, whatever comes up, so my insurance doesn't pay the full bill unless it's like a well child visit. So I can access that money when I need to pay towards a service that is not covered by my insurance. I can access that money when she grows out of her uniforms. I can access that money when her foot grows like crazy. Like I swear, like in the summertime, she was like a 11 and a half, 12. Now she's like a 13 pushing a 1, and both her father and myself have big feet. So I'm pretty sure she's going to grow more by January or even by the spring. But I can access that money if there's ever a hard time within our household, if she still needs, she's going to have. So child support gives you a good cushion. And it's not to say that, oh, well, now she don't need it as much, we can go get it lowered. No, that's her money. I have nothing to do with it. Like, when she needs that for when she grows, for picture day, for when she goes on any kind of school activities, school trips, and you know, school is always sending a form home for, we're going on this trip next month, or picture day is this day. You could pay online, or you can go, whatever it is. For her, it's there. And this is to the guys, like, just because we're saving it, it does not mean it's going to us. It's still supposed to be there to support your child. Your child still needs to be supported. Take it like, I don't even want to say it in any kind of way to discriminate against the roles between a man and a woman. But moms, and I know you can agree, if we have the kid full time, it seems like the dad gets off scot-free. It seems like, and you know, maybe I'm giving a little bit too much credit because I'm saying it seems like, but if the kid is with you all the time, the other parent does not have the responsibility of doing homework. They don't have the responsibility of finding aftercare. They don't have the responsibility of, when that child gets sick in the middle of the night, taking them to go to the emergency room. Or if you're a little seasoned in your parenthood, you know, you pull out the Tylenol, Motrin, rotate them every 4 to 6 hours, and then you kind of gauge if you need to go to the doctors. I got hip, y'all. But they don't have that responsibility. So everything falls back on us. So yes, if you have to pay $400, $500, whatever a month, that's nothing in compared to what we already pay with our time, with our emotions, with our own money that comes in. We have to do so much. And sometimes child support is not even enough to cover the basic expenses. And it's sad, but that's just the reality. The world is expensive, and it takes money to do things and to make things move and make things work in your house. You need food. There was a lady that What About That Woman donated to, and we put up a post, and we said, hey, this mom is in need. She has a few kids. Can somebody donate enough money so she can get through the week? We ended up getting $190 in donations. So me being naive, I said, what in the world would this mom do with $190? Should we give her the full amount and just bank the rest for the next mom in need? And a lawyer friend of mine, thank you, April, she told me, girl, that mom, does she have school age kids? I said, yeah. So she asked me, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, you do not know how much it costs to make school lunches every day. You do not know how much it costs to feed 2 kids. Because I think I live in a fairy tale world, because really, now that I'm married, I really don't pay that much. So I kind of be like just spending, even though, you know, I still budget her child support. But I do spend a little extra than I did when I was a single mom, because I have that cushion within my husband. And she was like, you just don't understand. Just a school lunch during the week, snacks. First of all, the school has a snack. Then they have a lunch. Then if they go to aftercare, they got to bring a hearty snack. My daughter goes to, and she has an activity-based after-school care program. So she has to pack a hearty snack for her to get replenished from the activities that they do. And my every 2-week bill to eat was like maybe 100, pushing 120 on just regular food, because she would go to daycare before. daycare fed her. I didn't have to pay extra for that, and I didn't have to send her with any food. So she would go to daycare, and then when she got home that evening, then I would worry about cooking dinner. But I didn't have to give her breakfast because she got at daycare. I didn't have to give her lunch, and I didn't have to give her a snack. But over here in this kindergarten, this elementary school way of life, no. I gotta give her a snack and a juice for snack time. For lunch, I send her with a juice or water. Then I send her with maybe a Lunchable, and I get the 88-cent Lunchables at Walmart, the Armor brand. I send her with either a cake or some fruit. I went to go get a bag of grapes, and you know they weigh them, obviously, but the whole bag was like $9. And I like the big ones, make sure they go all nice and fresh and whatever. I'm trying to send my kid with a healthy snack. It's $9. So anyway, she was just telling me like lunches and food costs money. Get that girl the whole $190. These people donated thinking that all of the money was going to the mom in need. And I gave her all the money, and I'm just like, she was just so grateful because she didn't even expect it. I would have normally given like maybe $30 to $60, but that whole $190 did something for her. Even if it lasted more than the week to hold her over until when her stamps came or whatever, it did something for her. And she was able to get what her kids wanted and needed. Most of all, what they needed. So we take when you don't have that responsibility of that single parent, you take for granted that you can just hop, skip, and jump anywhere. You take for granted that just because you got an extra $100 in your account, you can go spend $20 or $50. You take for granted the normal, the basics that you have in life. Food is expensive. Clothes are expensive, especially for kids. Like for me, I can wear something that I had 10 years ago. It might not be in style now, but if it's still holding up its quality, I wasn't thinking about quantity when I purchased it, it's fine for me. But I can't have my kid is 5. I can't have her in 12-month-old clothes. I'm pretty sure Child Protective Services will be knocking at my door. So the child support is needed. You have to allocate it to what it's needed for. And if your child has any wants, because sometimes we go maybe like, I would say 8 out of 10 stores you go into, your kid wants something. They always got an aisle for toys. They got something to attract the kids' attention at the register, so they can so you can add it on to your bill. They can upsell you. So there's always something that your kid wants. And sometimes it feels good to be able to give them something that they want. Even if it's a little piece of candy or a little a treat, a McDonald's Happy Meal or whatever it is. It's nice to give your kids sometimes what they want. And if you have that extra, sometimes you can do that. But budget your child support wisely. Use it towards the needs of your child. Use it if you had to pay on your credit card for the needs of your child. Use it to pay back that you paid. Yes, it's your credit card, but you use it on your child. Use it to pay it back. And be wise. Don't just be spending it because you got it. Oh, they need some new sneakers. Let me go out and get the latest Jordans. No. Be smart about whatever it is that you get. Because some people don't get it. If you can find a good supportive sneaker that is still name brand but for cheap, get that. I know Naya's 5, but I like Skechers. They have nice memory foam in the soles of the sneakers. They're cute. They got the little twinkle toes or whatever. She can't wear them to school, but on the weekends, she could wear those twinkle toes and it lights up and she thinks that's amazing. Now, if your kid is a teenager or if they're out of that stage, there's another sneaker that they can get. If they can rock a pair of Converses, no support though. But if you can rock a pair of Converses for like $40, maybe I think like $50. I haven't bought a pair of Converse in like a few years. Well, maybe a year or so. But if you can find it on sale, because some of the Converses go on sale, $30-something. Take some of that money and be smart about what you buy. Your child is an infant. They don't need Gucci slippers. They don't need a Gucci scarf. They don't need a Louis Vuitton anything. They don't need, you don't have to be fly with a Louis Vuitton diaper bag. You can go to Target because they have some really cute, stylish bags. You can go to Target. You can find a basic baby bag at Walmart. Be resourceful. Shop around for the cheapest prices that you can get. You don't always have to have name brand this and name brand that. You could get some off-brand sometimes. Like I said, I get the off-brand Lunchables for my daughter, and she tear it up just as much as she would tear up a Lunchable. Sometimes, when I'm really trying to save money, I just roll up some meat. She don't eat the cheese in the Lunchable, so I feel like I'm wasting my money anyway. Roll up some meat, give her some crackers, give her some grapes, some baby carrots, and she's fine. That lunch bag come back empty, and I don't care if she threw it away or not. She say she ate it, she ate it. But, and then that's another thing. It's like a trial and error period. Like, you're trying to figure out what your kid likes, what they're going to eat around other people. You're just trying to learn your kid. And if you can afford school lunch and you can't take time out or you don't have the time to take out to make lunches, use that money to get school lunch, and that buys you time back. Like, all right, should I spend 10 minutes trying to make my kids lunch, or should I hand them this $2 or $3 to get lunch, and then we can spend like 10-15 minutes talking. We can spend 10 minutes reading a book and talking about what they got out the book. We can spend 10 minutes and go outside real quick. Get some fresh air. We can go take a walk outside. We can connect more. And I'm learning that in business. Like, buy back time. No, I don't have time to email people all the time. Hire a VA real quick. Virtual assistant, if you don't know what a VA is. But budget your money. Even if it's not child support, budget it. Make it stretch for you. If you're in the What About That Woman closed Facebook group, I have posted some files. It's a budget spreadsheet. Download that. And write down, what do you bring in the house? Every penny that you bring in. From your paycheck, from a side hustle, from the money your boyfriend is giving you, your husband or whatever it is he's giving you, and your child support. Any source of income, write that total number down. What you bring in after taxes, what are you bringing in? Then start deducting. How much is your rent? Minus that. Get your total. How much is your utilities? Minus. If you got to do line by line, minus it and get your total. And if you're bringing in, if your bills are less than what everything you're bringing in, save that money. Don't spend it. Don't say, hey, I got an extra $25. Let me go buy some hair. No. Save that money. I just went to a symposium. It was like a forum on justice and opportunity. There are, like, I believe it was 40% of Americans do not have at least $400 in their savings account. $400. If you hit a pothole today or tomorrow, you cannot get a tire. And some people cannot get credit cards. So you need that cushion. And if you're going to save $25 a check, so if you get paid bi-weekly, $25 times 2, that's $50 a month. So you got to work, let's see, 8 months to get $400. think that's right. No. Yeah, 50-50. Yep, 8 months. If you save $25 a check. 8 months to get $400. And what about on that 9th month? You get laid off from your job. Or, well, yeah, you get laid off from your job. And then you got to file for welfare or whatever. At least you got that $400 cushion to hold you over until your benefits start coming in. Say you ran out of diapers or they're sick and you need to buy something at the store. You have that cushion to save. A little bit over a long period of time can set you up for whatever rainy day comes. And if it's a long rainy day, hopefully you got enough to keep you going until at least unemployment kicks in, or you're able to get a better job. Maybe you want to go back to school and you need the extra money, whatever. Budget your money. Know where every dollar, every cent is going. If you're buying coffee too much, make coffee at home. I've done it. It's doable. It tastes good. So budget your child support. Your kids need to have the basic necessities. The kids need to eat on the weekends. If you get it, kids need to eat on the weekends. They need clothes that don't have holes in them. If you got to go to Goodwill, go to Goodwill. I think it's $4 for a shirt, for an adult shirt. It might be $2. And then they got $2 Tuesdays. So you can go to the Goodwill on Tuesdays. I don't know if it's a specific color that you have to look for. I think that's more Salvation Army. I used to be a thrifter, y'all. Still kind of am. But go on the days where you can maximize your money. You're spending, you can for $2, you can get a shirt or a dress for your kid, or a pair of pants for your sons, or whatever you need. They might even have uniforms. They might have shoes with the tags or still in the boxes. Maximize the money that you have. And I'm speaking from experience. I used to make enough money on paper, but because after taxes came in, it looked like I made nothing. And if I had that little extra cushion, that helped me over into the next pay. And then if I had more cushion, it held me over to the next pay or that next month. If my daughter had a sickness or whatever and the medicine was applying to my deductible, I could pay for the medicine because I had that cushion. And sometimes we don't have that cushion. Sometimes it's something every month. Sometimes it's something every day, every week. But try to set yourself up where you can proactively get away from all of that. So let me know if this video was helpful to you. I hope it was. I hope I said something that will inspire you to get out there and budget wisely. Make sure you know where your money is going. So like, share, subscribe to our channel, and I can't wait to see you again. Definitely comment. Let me know how this has helped you. What do you save your money with? What budgeting tips do you use? How do you budget your child's child support? So let me know in the comment section, and I'll check you back the next time.